A mulligan from both players, meaning their starts are going to be pretty uncertain.
Yeah.
We'll see who managed to establish their board quickly enough. And if Ethan rather can snipe an agenda early.
Oh yeah, that'll be
before Zach can set up. That could set the pace for the game pretty significantly.
I'm digging the shades. I'm digging the shades over there on Mr. Cavis.
Man, Zach
should put them on.
Just got the whole look down. You know, if he needs to start bluffing some things, you know, maybe shades are the way to go. I don't know if we have any Netrunner players who employ that strategy of going with shades, but I guess it's allowed. It's a thing you could do if you wanted to deploy that fashion statement. All right, there we are. So Zach is off. 4 pieces of ice, a Jackson, and an IPO. Pretty solid.
Pretty solid
start.
Has an Eli?
Cannot complain about those cards. Yes, Eli, DNA Tracker, Fairchild 3, and an Excalibur, I believe. With IPO and Jackson, so looks like ice, credit. Totally reasonable first turn.
And this is where we see Ethan's teched-in account siphon. Kidding. He's not doing
the unexpected account siphon. Well, there you go. Sure gamble. Hayley ability to get down 2 resources. Could put down the Astrolabe. It's guaranteed at least 1 draw.
Right.
Pretty cool.
Ooh,
wow.
There we go. We made it.
The film critic so early in this game. That could be really huge for Ethan to defuse the potent agendas from Zach.
Yeah, he's absolutely. I mean, we've seen mistakes, you know, this whole tournament where people have trashed it when they didn't need to.
Yep.
I'm hoping Ethan's not going to make the same mistake.
I think he recognizes that the Jinteki agendas these days are so powerful that Film Critic is a must to get on the board. And if you have one, why not have both?
Why not have both?
Not a bad draw for him there. Finding some stuff that maybe is a little less useful, but at least having Film Critic is not bad at all.
I think that draw, I think it was fine to draw 4 there.
Yep.
No, he's trying to find the card that's going to help him, you know, gain the momentum, use his Faust.
Right.
Didn't really see much though.
Yeah. So there you go. Draw off Astrolabe there, Jackson, and finding a couple agendas. Is it possible that Zach can force out a quick score of maybe a Nisei Mark II before Ethan has a chance to get set up?
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
I don't know.
If he just tosses an ice down and slams the agenda, that's sort of the problem right now. Ethan doesn't really have a way to challenge Zach doing it.
Right, like 1 pipeline in hand is just not sufficient at this moment. There's so many cards.
If you're Zach, do you do it? I think you do. It's
so
it's a tough call.
Fairchild 3 over the remote there. Caprice, Nisei. Yeah, that's pretty enticing.
Yeah.
13 credits. It's doable.
Maybe not. Maybe you don't do it.
It's doable, but it's going all in on 1 play,
right?
And you're leaving yourself open to unimpeded R&D access.
That's
more
true.
than likely.
That's true.
But you gain a Nisei's token if you can pull it off. Oh,
right.
Tough choices. This is the game of
Netrunner.
Netrunner.
Yeah, because it's like Nisei token is as good as an Astro token. You pretty much guarantees the score of the next gen.
Amazing. Yeah.
So I mean, if he wants to go all in here, I can't blame him. He's thinking about it. Like,
totally
you can tell
solid.
that he's thinking about it.
Yep. He's got options. He says, "Let's wait a little bit.
Okay.
Let's draw it up."
I think now it's fine.
Let's find our pieces, and he's got options.
So if you're him, where is that Crisium going?
Crisium grid, you know, if he knows Ethan's deck, which, you know, Zach is a savvy guy, I'm sure he's seen lists like this. He knows that his R&D pressure card is more than likely R&D interface.
Yeah.
So R&D, not necessarily the place for that. We do know that Ethan is running 1 legwork, I believe, and that if Zach is worried about that, perhaps Crisium goes on HQ for that.
Okay.
But that requires committing those resources there, and maybe Zach says, you know, I'm a little flooded. Let's not worry about that. We'll see.
It looks like he's going to get rid of Batty, but he's got the Caprice. I think that's a much better card right now.
Yeah, so Caprice Nisei in hand, and then a shipment from Tenon as well.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
Does what it does.
Does what it does. It'll be a way for him to score out. Shipment from Tenon, of course, is a 2-cost Jinteki operation. It requires Ethan to have not made a successful run on his last turn, and then Zach will be able to put 2 advancement tokens on 1 card. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet indeed.
I mean, we saw Zach use this before to great effect. Just in general, having your the AgInfusion option just says, hey, you're running here now, so you're probably going to jack out or
right. No successful runs for you, please. And checking archives there, keeping him honest, seeing, yep, the Chrysium grid, as we were discussing earlier. I think that's totally fair. Not going to have a huge amount of value in this particular matchup.
I agree.
Yep, yep.
So I think, yeah, actually, that tells you a lot about Zach. Zach tossing the Chrysium grid means that he knows Ethan's not on, oh goodness, deep data mining. Because otherwise, he considered playing that. So he's got to be aware Ethan is not, slotting that version of R&D access.
Yep, yep. Fantastic point there. It seems that Zach used the last turn to get some more credits, maybe filter his draw a little bit, and he has used Jackson Howard's ability, leaving that remote for what I have to imagine is
Here it comes.
Is the play.
Here it comes.
Yep, there it is.
Hi.
Nisei Mark II.
Hi.
Caprice Nisei.
Hi.
And an advance.
Okay. Well, we're there, boys.
We are there, Zach.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I think this is right where he wants to be. If he can get this agenda scored, which the odds look pretty good, he is in a very solid position.
Yeah. And I mean, unfortunately for Ethan, it looks like his start was, not what he wanted. He hasn't seen any of the tools. We don't have an SMC out. Nope. There's no Laguna Plaza. So,
yeah, looking at this hand, it's just not really viable to pressure.
Right.
He will benefit from the fan sites being scored, but it's a long time to pay off.
Right.
And he's just going to have to draw for answers.
Okay, now that makes a big difference, though.
Yeah, Artist Colony, very nice draw there. Will be really sweet to use on subsequent turns. And Laguna draw.
Would you look at that? Hey, guys.
Hey, there it is.
He looks at Zach. He's like, hey, Zach, I'm a turn late, but I have some room to do stuff.
He's saying, you can score that, but I'm coming for you.
Wow, do you see that, though?
Nice draw on Zach's part. He certainly has a lot of agendas in hand, but he at least has a plan, and it says score Caprice, score Nisei Mark II, excuse me, and keep doing that. Keep doing it.
Now, here's what's interesting. He's not using the fan sites yet. To me, I would feel like you have to. There we go. Okay, I would feel like you have to. I mean, you got to challenge something.
It's setup time for Ethan, and he now has the pieces to do so. Between the Laguna there and Artist Colony.
So, okay. So, did he? Yeah, I see. So
right.
Shadow Net for sure gamble. So I guess he wants.
Yes.
Oh, so I think, is he maybe thinking let's get the R&D lock set up?
Okay.
Because he's got both RDIs.
Certainly could be thinking of installing the RDIs. Yep, and there it is. So he used the sure gamble there off of the Shadow Net to get sufficient credits to have double RDI.
But now here's the problem. This is bad.
Yeah, Zach says, all right, install and advance, and we're gonna keep doing this.
Yeah, this is rough. Because I don't know if Ethan doesn't get this, if Zach has 2 counters.
That is so crucial.
And Zach has the, he has the I think the Global Food Initiative in hand.
Yep.
So I mean, this is getting hairy.
I think Zach has a very clear path to victory. Ethan's is a little murkier. I think it involves challenging, but on so few credits.
Wait, what's happening? What did he? Oh, he sold the film critic for 3 credits. Okay.
Yes. So Aesop Pawn Shop starting to get him the economy he sorely needs to get back into this game. He's got the draw, he's got the money, but does he have the time and the ability to challenge that remote?
Yeah.
So a key card he has yet to draw is Employee Strike, meaning that Zach has some options when it comes to this remote. With only a single piece of ice, though, he may choose to res it and just tax Ethan out over the next several turns. And there it is. Fairchild at 3.0 res along with Caprice Nisei. That's a hefty number of credits, but it is going to really threaten the score.
All right, yeah, he's got it. He's going to go find it. He's like, hey, I need this.
I need to break this piece of ice, please.
All right.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Cypher. Nice.
Okay.
Shaper's doing what Shaper do best. Targets that server with a Cypher and will be able to break it for 4 credits.
Nice.
Leaving him on, let's see, 2 credits.
Okay.
Just enough for that side game.
Right.
Okay.
And the other big benefit is that, like, so Zach is at 4 credits right now.
Yeah.
Next turn, did he double advance that card?
It is double advance, yes.
So Zach is probably going to, well, we don't know for sure, but I imagine his next turn will be something akin to, like, gain 1, advance twice score. Now, he'll get 2 Nisei counters, but that also means Zach doesn't have any money.
He's out of money, but he's got the best resource possible, which is a Nisei token.
Right.
Yeah, Ethan will have a window there to really really challenge Zach for a few turns, but Still a little behind. If
Yeah.
he can get in here, though, or even just force Zach to use the one Nisei token, that might be sufficient to challenge Zach's board state.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so it looks like he's sacrificing some cards to the Fairchild God there, and it is Psy game time. Here we go.
Here we go. What do we got? Here's my brain, Charles. All right, here we go. What do you think they're going to bid? Hurry. It's going to be 1 and 2, right? Zach's going to bid 2.
Oh, nice. Okay. Zach essentially spending 2 credits to keep his Nisei token alive.
Yep.
I think that's a totally reasonable bid. And you know, Zach once told me, and I'll never forget this, when you know a side bid is incoming, you pick your number well before it happens. Like if you're going to make a run and you know there's a side game at the end of it, know what you're bidding before you make that run.
Nice.
And likewise on the corp side, he's got to know what he's got to bid. Gives you confidence.
I like that. That's good advice.
Yeah, I respect that.
I'm going to write that down. So Ethan has, what, 1 click left. So what is he thinking?
He's only got 3 credits. He could technically get back in that server. It would be quite costly.
Yeah.
And he knows that if Zach wants to score this Nisei Mark II on his next turn, it will exhaust all of his credits. All right, so he instead opts to go to R&D with the R&D interface. Is going to see 3 cards, finds the Marcus Batty off the top, and continues to look at cards, Fairchild 3, and a shipment from Tenon. Not rewarded.
Wow. So, yeah, whiffs on R&D too. That's pretty harsh. And now he's going to run HQ. He wants to try to get... Now, if you're Zach here, do you say, I don't want you to take this GFI. I'm just going to end the run, score my Nisei, and jam this GFI in the remote? That's risky.
Certainly could. There is also the AgInfusion ability. Wow.
Yep.
What a sweet move. I don't know if Ethan was ready for this. He now has to deal with those subroutines on Fairchild 3 on only 2 credits.
Yep.
Tough
Looks
spot.
like we're going to lose some cards. We're going to lose some cards here, I think.
It's going to be nasty.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely losing a few cards.
Now, that being said, Zach has lost his single ice on HQ. So on the subsequent turn, it's going to be a little scary.
One of the first 2 subs. Okay.
All right.
I'm assuming Zach will win the run here, as opposed to doing the run, right? Like,
Right. So
well,
it's
no, he doesn't have to. Well, yeah, I know he has to.
yeah, so it sounds like Ethan has chosen to break one of the first 2 subroutines on Fairchild 3, and it's going to allow Zach to use the end the run if he so chooses, and it looks like he does.
See, what's interesting about this, I feel like you try to sacrifice to save yourself credit, because that guarantees Zach can't score it. But maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, you are
he could just end
completing
the-
your own board state, but there you go. So Zach says, let's get that ice on HQ there.
Whew.
Let's get that Nisei token.
This is looking rough now.
He has no credits. He can still get use his ability.
Right.
And actually, that's really nice because he does have a res Fairchild 3, meaning that if Ethan attempts to attack HQ, he's going to have to deal with Fairchild.
That's true. This is good. I mean,
Wow.
It's the this is the yeah. Why not?
Wow. Okay. So Ethan says R&D, and Zach considers. All right, letting him in. So we knew that shipment from Tenon was there. Non-agenda, an IPO, I think. Yep. And Nisei
Okay, so
Mark
he's
II.
on the board.
On the board. 2 points for Ethan. Pretty nice.
Yeah.
And I think he just has to press the advantage on these next few turns. Zach has low resources.
Yeah,
Got to make it happen.
that's what he's got to do.
Ooh, there it is.
Oh,
Nice employee strike draw
I think you. Okay. Okay.
for Ethan.
No, that's all food. That's all food for Aesop's.
Aesop says, cards to sell. I shall take them.
Wow. Does he have 3 agendas in HQ?
Yeah, so that is an Obokata Global Food and
So really,
Filat.
with Zach only at 3 credits, the game isn't actually over. There's a way Ethan wins this.
Oh, absolutely.
Wow.
It is on. No doubt. But Zach
Wow.
is in a solid position with those 2 tokens. It's still anyone's game.
Right, right. I imagine Ethan sells that misdirection. Or, is it misdirection?
Yeah, sure.
Or, yeah, I imagine he
Sure.
sells that
Yes.
immediately. He's going to
Yeah.
toss it, gain 3 credits.
No need. No need. No tags here.
Right. Yep. Bye.
3 credits, please. Easy enough.
And this is actually pretty cool. Like, if you're Ethan, yeah, I think you run R&D and HQ, right?
R&D.
Yeah. You look at 3 cards. And I think after that you go HQ.
So IPO, hedge fund, and
Okay, so he
celebrity
knows
gift.
he knows there's nothing.
Nothing on top. It is
So-
money though, which Zach
Yeah.
will be very happy to see over the next
He
few
will
turns.
be. So basically, Ethan, you got to go now, my fam. You got you got to hit HQ. Right. Oh
Dang,
yes.
employee strike, nice draw.
And here it
Really going
comes.
to be critical.
HQ.
And I think
says HQ?
if you're Zach, do you use one of these counters? I think you let this. I think you let the first one go.
They're so valuable. I think
you let
if
the first-
he does have 2 3-point agendas in hand, meaning losing one is not the end of the world.
Right.
That is an unresable piece of ice, Fairchild 3.
Jeez, but yeah, they can't raise anything.
Not enough credits, so gotta let him in. And yeah,
Ethan's odds are pretty
just
good.
gotta
And
find it.
oh my God!
Ooh,
What?
Obokata Protocol, nice
Oh,
grab there.
no.
Tim Critic on the board, of course. That will be 3 more points for Ethan on his next turn.
So yeah, this is so now it's looking pretty bad for Zach.
It's tough.
Yeah, it is tough.
That was
'cause
probably the worst thing that could happen.
Zach needs money immediately, and he has no way to dump these agendas away.
That is
There's
true.
no Jackson. So even with his 2 counters, Ethan's going to get some accesses here. If you're Ethan, do you pop this off immediately or no? You wait.
It depends on if he's going to challenge a central. I believe he'd only be seeing 1 new card in R&D, but if he's challenging HQ,
Oh, now Zach will get to res.
yeah, I believe Zach on 6
He
credits.
Can, he can res the fair. But do you think he will? Do you think he'd res this? I don't know.
In Zach's position, I may. Oh, he's on 5 points though. Gosh, it's a
What? Oh,
it's
that's
tough. It's
that's
so
a
tough.
that's risky. Maybe not so much.
You know, I really respect Ethan's play here. He recognizes, as we've seen with many other players, even though you've got an advantage or are on the cusp of victory, don't rush it if you don't need to.
Right. Well, see now, however, Zach is going to money up. He's going to get to risk some ice, which means we're getting to now this point where Zach needs to be, where he knows he can successfully save that remote. The question is can Ethan win from HQ R&D?
Right.
And Zach is about to help himself out a lot.
So hedge fund, IPO, shipment from Tenon, all nice econ options there. Got to get 3 points in the next, I would imagine, turn or 2.
Yep.
Down to the wire here for both players.
Right. This is close. Now Ethan just needs a 2-pointer. If Ethan gets 2 points.
Yep.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow, that's amazing. 9 credits right off the bat.
A
Boom.
draw for options and to decrease the density of HQ there, and credits galore.
Now that means we know whatever subroutines. None of Zach's ice, I think, really ends the run. No, the Fairchild 3 does. So,
It is, yeah, a Fairchild 3 on HQ and the Cyber Cipher only targeting that remote there. It'll be pretty challenging for Ethan to get in there. Clot Laguna, not what he wants to see, neither of which I think is going to be all that useful in this matchup.
Ethan needs to run. He needs to get 2 points. Because the thing is, if Zach goes and install advance, it takes 2 clicks to... Wait, did you already move the... No, he doesn't have it on Film Critic anymore. Okay, so we know he's going to get at least 1 run in, or 2 runs in next turn.
Yep.
Man, what a game.
This is it. It all
What
comes
a
down
game.
to this. I think Zach has the credits and the window to give it a try, and he agrees.
he's got to.
Install and advance.
Yep.
The Global Food Initiative, and this is it.
So it's basically... Ethan only gets 2 runs here, because Zach is absolutely going to end the run.
Absolutely. He does not have his AgInfusion identity, meaning, yes, 2 runs.
Right.
And I don't know if you can challenge that remote. I
Right.
feel like that is a use of resources that is not a sure thing.
Right. Man, this came down to the wire. It
Tense.
looked like it was all in Zach's control, and it still is. It still looks like it's very much in his control. But that Okabata, it's just
There's still a chance.
Click 1, let's go R&D.
R&D.
it's so tense, right? It's so tense. It's like, what is happening? So if you're Zach, I guess you res it, and then you let him go through it, and then you end the run. And then you do it again, maybe? To hurt resources?
Zach is on, I believe, 13 credits.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, that was a DNA tracker.
So we'll be down to 5.
Yep, down to 5. That's okay. He might be considering whether he wants to save those credits for the Fairchild on HQ, or if he thinks they're better on R&D.
Right. And Ethan has not run R&D, I want to say, in 2 turns. So we're looking at, I think, 3 brand new cards.
I would agree. They're most likely very fresh, and with 2 R&D interfaces on the board, those accesses are... it's quite a good set of accesses.
Yeah. This is rough. This is not easy, because Zach is basically, I guess, asking himself, do I want to give him 3 off R&D or the chance of the 1x in HQ?
Yep.
And are the odds similar? Are they... This is tough.
This is the Netrunner plays.
Well...
This is the moment.
What are you thinking, Zach?
Gotta weigh those odds.
I mean, this is basically turn 0. All right.
There it is. DNA tracker. Resed on R&D, and that will present Ethan with a challenge. I think he can overcome this. Not impossible to break, but taxing nonetheless.
Right. So, yeah, he's clone shipping for a what?
So he's got Parisha, and then the Cyber Cipher, which was in hand, can now be installed.
Okay.
Easy enough. 2 credits, and we'll be able to break the DNA tracker for 5 credits.
That's still expensive. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. This is the moment. You said it earlier. Does Zach end the run?
Yeah, he's making sure. Yeah, I agree. He's good. He's right to check. He's like, is this click 1? I want to make sure. This is, yeah. I mean, this is worrisome. I agree. He's trying to decide if he ends the run here.
Yep.
Now, he could pay 5 again, but here's the thing. Ethan may just take the net. And we know because Zach only has 5 credits, he can't run HQ. So really what's going to happen here, I think, is if Zach ends this run, Ethan can just say, you know what, I'll just take all the net damage, and I'll lose my money, take the net damage, access 3, and then I'm going to run HQ because you may not be able to res there. And keep it moving. Like, there's a lot of ways this could go.
Another thing Zach could be considering is if he ends the run here, he may reduce the number of clicks Ethan has available. And if Ethan is low on cards and finds an Obokata protocol, even if he puts it on Film Critic, he won't have enough clicks.
Yeah.
Get it off.
That's good. That's good.
But that's, counting the number of agendas in your deck, counting the odds, and there it is. Access.
Now he has Parisi. Oh, no, he doesn't.
1, 2,
3rd card.
3.
Wow. Man.
No agendas on top.
What a tense moment.
On R&D.
It was so tense.
All right, well, this gives Ethan a single click to do what he needs to do, and it looks like if it's not on R&D,
it's got to be in HQ.
Yeah,
that's what you got to do. I mean, he literally, this is his last
Ethan agrees.
Run, and it's 1 in 5.
This is it.
This is 1 in 5. Last click.
This is the game.
Having a little
some technical issues
technical
here.
Difficulty.
Checking the card.
And it looks like it
from
is
the side cameras there does not look like
not
he got it. So even though we couldn't get the full screen of it, at least now we'll tell you guys, miss the Philotic, use the Nisei tokens, able to score that Global Food Initiative, and that means it looks like Zach Cavis.
Yeah.
He's back in it.
He's back in it, man.
Man.
Wow.
What a tense game.
That was really close. When
so close.
It was when Zach got. I mean, Zach was in this amazingly dominant position, super dominant.
Yeah.
And then we saw him just get flooded, and so that opened the door for Ethan to be able to come in and say, okay, I got the 3-pointer. I got the 2 I need. So now I just need to find it. If I just find it, if I luck it, I'm in.
Right.
Very close.
Wow.
Super close.
Great play by both players. Really impressive stuff.